Alright, I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to video games, or movies for that matter, I've historically been optimistic about them. This has definitely changed over the past 2 years, as like most stuff that comes out these days is just garbage. But like, I remember when I was a kid going to the movies with my parents to see the live action Last Airbender movie, and I walked out thinking like, hey, it wasn't too bad.
I ran away, but I'm back now.
This movie sucks, don't watch it. Or when Halo 5 came out and everyone hated it, like, I thought it was pretty decent. Even more recently, in my Assassin's Creed Mirage video, I talked about how I'm cautiously optimistic about the game, even though, like, Ubisoft hasn't released a good game in over 2 years now. Despite the fact that we've been burned by so many bad game releases recently, I was still holding out hope that there would be a game that would bring AAA games back into relevance. And now, that game is here. Baldur's Gate 3. This game is amazing. But yeah, we're going to talk about Starfield, because here I am again, optimistic for this game. It didn't start this way. I remember when Bethesda dropped the first gameplay footage at the Xbox Bethesda showcase last year or whatever, and I found myself thinking like a lot of people. Like, I didn't think it was bad, but like, dang, I don't think they could have made this game look any more boring than they did in this showcase. But dang it, I was won over. Todd, you devil. How could he do this? Back during the Fallout 76 days, he promised 16 times the detail.
16 times the detail.
Clearly, Todd failed math class or something, because Fallout 76 had like negative 16 times the detail. But then, out of nowhere, Todd came out for the Starfield Direct, and he was like,
Hey everyone, 16 times 16 detail.
Okay, no, he didn't say that. But man, though, that 40-minute Direct came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I was hooked. Almost every criticism I had with the game vanished in an instant. The combat looked more enjoyable. There were deep dives into the cities and what to find in them, and they looked amazing. Space combat looked engaging without being too tedious. The amount of customization just... I loved it. I loved it.
Todd Howard, everybody! Gamescom. And we're all very excited to step into this new world, Starfield, and the next week, early access. Set up for people, why did you want to make Gamescom? And
You know, I think...
Todd Howard.
Thank you. Can't wait for you to play the game.
I mean, do I need to say any more? I saw a comment somewhere saying that Todd Howard has like maxed out charisma, and I mean, it's spot on. He's like that ex that keeps making promises, and then he keeps letting us down, but we keep going back to him. That's Todd Howard.
And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built.
Now, I'm not here to do a big deep dive into gameplay features necessarily. I mean, I'll talk about a few things, but I just wanted to share my enthusiasm for this game because I really want it to be good. I've played so many space games in the past, like No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous, and I enjoyed certain things about them, but I never got the full experience that I personally was looking for. And what I mean by that is that I enjoy space games. I liked Elite Dangerous, but it's a space sim, and I'm gonna be honest, I just don't have the patience to learn it. I just being honest. And then on the flip side, you have No Man's Sky, more arcadey, but just such a grind. I know that there's some concerns that, it looks just like Skyrim or Fallout in space, but the thing is, that's kind of what I want. I don't want a hyper-realistic space simulator. Some people do, and I totally get that, but I don't. I want all the good qualities of a Bethesda game, but in space. I want there to be unique and memorable quests, and in this game's case, cool planets to explore. I know that there's some concern that there's 1,000 planets in the game, and it's been confirmed that only 10% of them have life on them. So, there's definitely going to be some barren wastelands. But in the context of space, I guess this makes sense. I feel like, though, for space games, when it comes to this subject, it's a bit of a lose-lose situation. If you have too much space to explore, people will say that the game is as wide as an ocean, but as shallow as a pond. Like launch day No Man's Sky, which, it was.
That can't be it. Where's the rest of it?
However, though, if Bethesda at the Direct said that there was only 10 planets total, but, they're heavily populated, people would be disappointed that in a space game, you only have 10 planets to go to. So, I'm hoping that by having a larger cap at 1,000, it allows the game to have some breathing room and give off the, exploring the final frontier vibe, but at the same time, keeping the game interesting.
Well, I've been lucky enough to start playing it. Don't be jealous. I'm not allowed to say anything about Gamescom.
But yeah, just a couple things. The combat looks a lot more fluid and definitely more engaging than we saw before. I like the weapon modding system and I guess the Force? I don't know about that. That could be cool.
At last, the Jedi are no more. Not if anything to say about it I have.
I think for this game, just to sum everything up real quick, because I can't let this drag on much longer, I'll just start rambling. I want the game to give me a sense of wonder, you know? Like, I don't want to view it as a job that I have to put 2,000 hours into just so I can jump a system or something. I mean, I know that's an exaggeration. But, you know, I want it to be fun. I just want it to be fun. I want it to be interesting. Like, Bethesda needs this game to be a win. Microsoft needs this game to be a win. Game Pass needs this game to be a win. And I want this game to be good, alright? Is that too much to ask for, Todd? As long as they've just focused on important things in the game, I think we'll be okay.
And for this game, we've done a watch.
That's wonderful, Todd. If the game sucks, I'll review it and call it Stankfield or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'll review it anyways. I got a test to study for. I'm out. Bye.